Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. We talk a lot about target market, and I want to talk today about the specificity of what you do in that target market. See, for a lot of people, you say, who are your ideal clients? And they'll say something like, well, everyone, or, I work with women. Those are both really, really big markets, and they're too big. And there's a quote by Seth Godin, and I'm not going to get it exactly right, but basically what he says is one of the biggest marketing mistakes is that people think they have an everybody product or service. And because after all, everybody is a great market because there's always one more person to bother, right? These are Seth Godin's words. And what he says is where you're really going to gain wealth, where you're really going to get your success is the most bizarre, the most weird, the most specific niche that you can find. And so a lot of times when I'm speaking, I will say to people, I want the one-legged midget who has the pink parakeet who lives in, a particular area. And while that's not probably a great market because there aren't many of those, the point of the matter is when you know specifically who you're talking to, and maybe even name them, right, then it's a whole different conversation, right? If you're talking to everyone about something, makeup, socks, pet grooming, whatever, right, marketing, business, you're talking to everyone. When you're talking directly to me, or I'm talking directly to you, you feel that. You feel a different passion level. You feel a different connection, right? My goal every time I talk to my target market is for them to say, wow, she's talking to me. Or wow, that's exactly for me. Or even better, that's just what I've been looking for. That's the solution to my problem, to my challenge, to the thing that's happening in my life or business right now that I need. When you talk specifically, not to women, but to women between the ages of 40 and 50 years old who are married and have 2.3 children, right? I'm never sure where the 0.3 comes in, but those are statistically the numbers, right? Who are married and have 2 kids still living at home, who are currently an entrepreneur who's in their first to third year, making somewhere between $100,000 and $500,000 a year. I'm making this up. This isn't my target market. But let's say that is your target. And you know that they live in suburbs as opposed to in the rural areas of our country or the world, right? The more you know specifically, and I could go into a long list of things, right? That's sort of just the demographics. What do you know about what makes them tick? What do you know about what's their typical day? What do you know about that secret desire that they have? The thing that they don't really talk about, but is there in their heart, right? What do you know about, do you know their family, right? Do you know their kids' names? Do you know when their birthday is? Do you know who their spouse is or their partner? Do you know where they originally came from? Did they go to college? Are they college graduates? All of these things. You see how specifically they make things so different. So the question that I want to leave you with, and I want you to think about when you talk about target market and you think about target market is this. Let's just say that your target is women. You could use men as the same, right? But let's say it's women. Would you talk to a 20-year-old woman the same way you would talk to a 50-year-old woman? I hope your answer is no, because those two groups, although they have things that are similar, they're very different. They have very different experiences. They're at very different places in their lives. And trust me when I tell you, when a woman turns 50, things change for her, as opposed to when you're 20. So I want you to think about the languaging, just that, the languaging that you would use, and the different way that you would talk to just those two groups. A 20-year-old versus a 50-year-old woman. And when you really grasp the difference in those two, then apply that to your target market and look at who you really want, Who's that person that you want to hear your message, that you want to be able to look into their eyes and resonate with them so much and know that there's a connection because they understand you and you understand them, and they feel the understanding coming from you. They understand that you understand, right? It's that whole don't know that you don't know thing. They feel you understanding them. They feel your compassion and empathy for what they're going through. That makes you the one for them. If you'd like more information about specificity, target market, or any of the things we do here at Complete Marketing System, check us out, CompleteMarketingSystems.com. I'm Diane Conklin. We'll see you next time.